Chain, cigarette, and effortless syringe, which I'm sure the rewards would be quite appropriate. But well, what I give out, let's begin. I know how to prove how we so it well. That's the fuck I get my best. Yeah, I know how to prove how we I wanna know like me,
So when they come up to you and they say, "Hey, how you doing?"
I'd say good.
Yeah.
Right, huh? Are you worried?
No.
Are you excited? Are you looking forward? How about this? Looking forward to?
Yeah.
Right on. What's your dream for this trip? What are you looking to accomplish?
I don't dream.
You don't dream, but you've got plans.
Yeah.
Have you heard back from? Have you heard back from?
There's no plan. Nope.
No. I predict he's going to go for the ride.
Good.
If the man wants to be blessed, Jess, that man will ride with you. It'll be an absolute blessing for him to have been with you. Who you are is a gift. It's a gift.
All on the way, when you land the plane, new friends to meet, and you know, lots of people all over the world already are hearing about you.
I don't know, but they know me. How could that be true? I don't know them and they know me.
Do you have a message?
No, I've already sent it to him.
I mean, do you have a message to other people? Is there any point?
You did have one message.
What?
For tools, not toys.
Oh.
A stand for tools. Remember that? We were going to call you the trip that, and I thought it was too political or something.
Tools, not toys? What does tools, not toys mean?
Tools, not toys. It means tools, not toys. It means use a tool, not a toy.
What does that have to do with airplanes?
Tool.
Would you enjoy writing? There's pens and colored pencils. Also, it matters for me, for my children, to have, Jasmine has paper, usually my checkbook in her hand, and she does a lot of writing on checkbook and paper and designs, and I set them up with true art supplies as well as true instruments. And it wouldn't work for me to go out and purchase Crayola crayons. It's not what I want to do, is set up a different supply for them that is not as quality and has a lot of entertaining scent on it or design. So I want to set them up with true tools. All the tools they have for construction work are in the garage. They're the same quality that I would buy for me, that they can have for their life. And it's not going to shift from their age.
So do you want to move on to bigger and better planes? Flying further and farther?
Yep. I'm going to go from here to there, from there to there, and then I'm going to get a switch where I go there to there.
And then, are you going to come back?
Yeah.
When you come back? When you come back?
There's going to be a big celebration here.
So, my children were born at home without prenatal care, without postnatal care, without any of those kinds of care. Josh, I had some prenatal care done, and it didn't work for me, what had taken place, the interventions that they wanted to do and said that I had to have. And it was clear for me to not do that. I was willing to at least do prenatal care the first time. Then after that, it wasn't a fit for me. For Jess, I went to some prenatal care. I had no intention of going to postnatal care. Just what was taking place was just I was moving more away from those kinds of interventions and becoming more centered in myself. And these children were born at home, underwater, without a doctor or midwife present.
I'm going to go from here to there, from there to there, and then I'm going to get a switch where I go there to there.
And then, are you going to come back?
Yeah.
When you come back? When you come back?
There's going to be a big celebration here.
Okay, am I invited?
Yes.
Even if you're really famous?
Yeah.
Even if a whole bunch of people want to make you a movie star?
Yeah.
I'm still invited?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to people in Palo Alto?
Have a nice day, and I'll go pick you up there at 12 o'clock tomorrow.
You know, at 12 o'clock tomorrow.
I'll be in the air. Or I'll be probably at Elko, Nevada by 12. Yeah.
Wow. Have you ever been to Elko, Nevada?
Yeah.
In a plane?
No.
No? Right on.
Clarity about that process, you wouldn't choose the other process. And when you have available to you and simply clarity about reaction and a thinking process, then you're just going to work that what you know until you know something else. And what I'm saying is to re-choose what we're doing, re-choose our words, remove the word war and clash and boundaries and all those words that are simply not going to result in peace, and see what you have. When you have people making two different choices, then you have two people making two different choices. Clearly, I would be the first to not want my child, or Lloyd, or Joe, to die in that plane. I mean, there's no question about it. And yet...
See, but some folks out there, that doesn't compute for them. The only way that that can be true is that you're in denial. They're watching almost like they watch a circus performer.
I say that if I am in denial, you take my blood, my pulse right now, or you do any test you want to do and check my heartbeat. If I was in any reaction called denial, it would show up in my soul, it would show up in my speaking, it would show up as a God. I have had a level of peace since this has happened, and I know there's only one way to get peace. You tell the truth. The truth is that Jess and Joe and Lloyd had the best of intentions, loved each other, and they died. Period. That's how come I'm at peace. I don't make it mean all the stories that people mean. I be with what the truth is. I checked in the moment it happened, and there was this vast, deep level of peace inside of me that has not left me for a second. And yes, the tears come. The tears come when it's more than I choose to be with. The tears come, and then I go back into a peaceful, quiet place. So the truth does set you free.
Would you describe that as a physical process, or is it how would you describe the process of fear?
It's a soul spiritual process that I have reworked my language and my presence so that I'm no longer a thinking, emotional person, so that I've translated my vocabulary and my presence into a being language and a being presence. And that's what's valuable for me. I would never have thought that I could have gone through my daughter's death and her dad, that beautiful man, and that beautiful man, your beautiful dad. I never would have thought that I could be with that.
That are calling me up that are saying, do you see who's on the news?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Somebody called me up at like 8:30 the other day, and they said I was just watching TV and the Today Show or whatever the heck it was, and they're going like, I couldn't believe it.
That's what people tell me at my office. They said, God, I can't, they say, Joe, you're a celebrity. God, give me a break,
Jess thought it would be beautiful to simply do this thing called break the record. Someone did this, and she's going to do this, and that's it, period. Well, we have 3 beautiful children with each other. And the fact that I had asked Lloyd to not live with us anymore was about my having a belief that I held it as if it was my children or Lloyd, instead of I'm committed to both. And we ended up having the same conversations as we would have had if we continued together. And so I missed it asking Lloyd to leave. I wanted someone who was going to live the same style and same speak that I, so they have a continuity at home. And still it ended up that we ended up having the same conversations. So I don't recommend people do what I did. I missed it on that one. And fortunately, I got to have Lloyd Dubroff in my life anyhow. Fortunately, that was not something I was going to pass up. I love that man. You know, and no matter what, whoever he was married to, I would honor that he was married, and yet I was in for life with Lloyd. I'm wedded to him, will always be wedded to him. Even if I marry at some point, he'll still be right there. I don't know how people could not have that. To live it.
Yeah.
You know, people are a treasure, and to suddenly shift out of loving somebody and saying you're not in love with them anymore is a lie, or not a truth. You know, people, it's there all the time, that level of communion.
That it takes sunshine and rain to make a rainbow. I think of a picture of innocence, of youth, of enthusiasm. Think of one that lived in touch with her dreams, that lived and died quickly, with clarity, with dignity, with her father's arm wrapped around her.
It's called Jessica's Dreams. My name is Jessica, and I am 7 years old. I love wildflowers, and I smell them. I love bicycles, and I rode one. I love music, and I played 3 instruments. I love ponies, and I cared for it and rode one. I learned about airplanes, and I flew one. I wanted to write to the president, and I wrote to him. I love my family, and I hugged them. I loved life, and I smiled, and I laughed. I had many dreams to follow. Have you followed your dreams?
From here on out, everything will be different. You know? Everybody will want to know you, meet you. And are you curious about why people are so excited about you flying a plane?
Yeah.
What do you think that it's about?
It's about my joy for flying a plane, breaking the record, going, I broke the record! And the huge celebration we'll have, this whole hangar will probably be filled with cakes.
Not only will it be filled with cakes, but this whole place here, yes, right on. Everything here is going to be filled with people, but my feeling is...
And cars.
That's right. But not only filled with people and cars and stuff like that, but also...
The video cameras.
Yeah, but I mean, before you even come back here...
See that can right there?
Elko will be filled with people and cars.
That's very impressed with the outpouring of love and the good, I guess I should say, support system that seems to be going there in California. And I also feel that sometimes we're too quick to say, well, the father should have done this, or the pilot should have done that. The bottom line is they love Jessica, and they tried to help her as she filled her dream.
I came to know Lisa Blair Hathaway best, I expect, through her children. I have come to know God best through God's children. Children, I think, are people who are our very best teachers. And I have been living these days with you in your great moment, critical moment of challenge. I was in San Francisco, California at the time I heard of the incident in Cheyenne.
And the priest that I was with didn't know that I knew Jessica and Lisa.
They have a cable access show, and they appeared in my second show about 8 months ago.
Okay.
And they had originally invited me along on this trip.
To be in the plane?
Yes. And when she first started taking these lessons, I was one of the people that day they came to see. And they started talking about how she was going to fly across country at some point in the future. And months went by, and I enjoyed hearing this person, you know, dreaming about this.
Was it the child who was dreaming more, or the mother or father, in your opinion?
It was the child.
So she had this dream to fly?
Absolutely.
Did you ever hear the child say she wanted she and her father to die together?
No.
Or to fly until she died?
I don't think that the perception, I don't know, see, I don't have any idea what the news is. I went in to see my dentist today.
But did you hear us running that interview with the mom?
I have no idea about the interview. I don't know what the interview, I don't know what.
No, we ran a tape-recorded statement from the mother of the dead girl and the man.
I didn't know Lisa. Her name is Lisa, and I didn't know that she had made a statement.
Well, she was on our show. She was, God, I thought you heard her say this.
Well, it doesn't matter. That is not my focus right now. My focus is I am extremely proud and happy to have had not only Jessica in my life, but also her father, and also, very much so, the pilot who I met the other day.
Well, let's leave it at that, Tony, and I think that that's good enough to leave it on a positive note, and I appreciate it because we're out of time. I think we'll just let it go at that. This man knew this young girl and the father and the pilot. He was proud to have had them in his life, and I would say God let everybody alone already with this. And hopefully tomorrow we can go on to something more positive right here on the Savage Nation at 3 o'clock. Maybe the news will get a little better. Or I'll do something lighter tomorrow, like famous sports cars of the world, or what kind of boat do you like? Or let's go to a racetrack together, or let's talk about golf. Anything but death on the Savage